Hey guys, and happy Sunday. So today is Keep It Simple Sunday, and I'm actually participating in that. This is from my DIY channel, but I figured I have this cute little DIY that I wanted to share with you, and it's simple and it's easy. And so I decided to participate using a video on this channel. If you're not aware, that channel is Melissa Makes It DIY, and I do all types of DIYs, from thrift flips to Dollar Tree DIYs, you name it, I do it over there. And then, so my co-host today is Jamie over at Simple Roots Simple Living. Thank you so much, Jamie, for co-hosting with me. I will have her information in the description box along with the playlist for today's collaboration, so be sure to check that out. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. And today's DIY is these adorable little Matchbox journals. I am absolutely in love with these little things. They are so cute. By far, this is probably my favorite one right here, but they're all adorable. Now these, I started on the covers and I haven't done the insides, but I'm going to show you how I got to this point. And like I said, it's super easy, and I'm going to be using these Matchboxes from the Dollar Tree. So the measurements that I'm going to give you today are for these, but of course, if you use Matchboxes from, anywhere else, the measurements will probably be a little bit different because not all of the Matchboxes are the same size. So I'm just going to go ahead and you're going to take this apart. I'm going to get right into it because I only have a little bit of time left to record here. So you're just going to take apart the box. You can also just kind of cut it if you want to. Then you're going to cut along that line here. So you see there's already like a little, guess I can show you a little bit better. So on the boxes, just like with a regular, cardboard box, you have the one side that has the two pieces that come together. So that's what I'm going to do. I took it apart there, and then I'm just going to cut it along the line that is already there. And then you have your base right already. I mean, just that quick. Sorry for the glare. I have my window open just to get a little bit more light here. And if there's any noises in the background, I had a viewer mention the awful noise that was in the background. The awful noise just happened to be my son watching TV in the background. So I do have 6 children here in the home, or 6 kids here in the home. So noise is inevitable. I have a husband, a dog, neighbors, life. So I apologize for the awful noises in the background, but I can't control them all the time, especially if I'm recording, during the day when everybody's awake and moving around. So just to get that out the way. So you have your base once you're done doing that. Now you can do a couple of things. You can cover just the one side. You can cover both sides. You can do whatever, however you want to do it. So like I have a couple. This one I only covered the printed part, and then I kind of left this inside part just as a cover. It kind of looks like leather. Can't really tell on camera, but it kind of looks like leather. So I thought it was nice. I like that natural look. So that's how I did that one. Then for this one, I used my faux leather technique. If you are not familiar with that, I'll leave the link in the description box. I love this, the way that this faux leather turns out. I don't know if you can, there it goes. I'm trying to get it to focus there, but it's really not working. But yeah, so this faux leather is amazing. So I did use that technique on that one. And then here's one that I covered both. This one makes it really sturdy, nice and thick. So I did cover both sides, and I'm going to do probably one of each today. And I'm not going to use the ones that I already did, because I want to show you how I did it from the beginning to the end. So what I'm going to actually use today is some of this, maybe, I'm debating. I haven't figured out completely which one I want to use, but I think I'm going to use this fabric here. This I got from the Dollar Tree, and it's like denim, but it's very, very lightweight. So that's why I thought, excuse me, I thought it would work pretty well. So I'm just going to cut a little piece off here and use that. Hopefully it's not too wrinkled that it doesn't work, but I think it'll be all right. So I'm just gonna kind of cut, you know what? I think I have my rotary. I don't. So I'm just going to cut it. I thought I had my rotary cutter, but I do not. So we're just going to go ahead. I'm going to use this corner so it's just a little bit easier to cut straight here. Cut like this. And I'm not measuring. You can make it as big or small as you would like. This is just how I'm doing it. Again, no measurements, just kind of eyeballing and winging. It's usually what I do. Alrighty. I'm moving stuff all over the place. There we go. Alrighty. So this is going to be the outside. This might have been a little bit too big. Let's see. Yeah, I might be able to just cut that down just a little bit more. So let's see. I don't want there to be too much excess on there. So I'm going to cut a little bit more here. These aren't the best scissors, but they'll work. All right, so then I'm going to use my Fabrifix. You can use whatever glue you want. And I'm actually going to put it on the Matchbox. There's a difference. They have matchbooks, obviously, and matchboxes. So these are the matchboxes. I think I have an idea for the matchbooks as well, but I haven't quite gotten that one down the way that I want them. So still working on that, but we'll get it together. We shall get it together. Then you're going to lay your fabric or your paper or whatever you have down and place it on there. Oops, a little bit too far over there. All right, and I'm going to use this little makeup brush. There's a little bit of leaking on this one, so it'll be all right. It'll dry up and it'll be just fine. So you can do one of two things. You can just cut it, or you can fold it. I think I'm just going to cut it because I kind of think it's going to look a little bit frayed on the edges there, so I think that's going to be cute. So I'm just going to cut it. But again, if you want it to be a little bit cleaner, you can wrap it. It's up to you. I'm just going to cut it because I think it's going to look cute. But again, you do what you want to do. All right, there we go. So again, we have a little bit of leaking, like it's kind of seeping through a little bit, but it'll dry and it will be just fine, I promise. So then what I was thinking about doing was taking some of this faux leather that I already had kind of pre-made, but I don't know if it's gonna look right or not. Well, it might, because this isn't completely like leathered out. Maybe I'll just, no. You're seeing my process here. All right, so what I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to use just a plain brown. I'm not going to use like the one that I made all the texture and stuff in. So again, you're going to make it whatever size you want. I'm going to just cut a strip, make it easier for myself here. This is a little bit bigger than I need it. So then, let me cut it down here. My side hurts. Okay. Of course, there's probably easier ways to do this. I do things the hard way all the time. But you know, if you find an easier way, obviously, go for it. So just want to make sure that there's like enough coming through on both sides of the fold there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. And this is optional. You don't have to do this part. I just like the way that this looks on little journals and stuff. But like I said, this is completely optional. You do not have to do this part. Now I'm going to go ahead and fold it so that it fits on there the right way. Fold that one and then fold that one. And then we're going to get some more glue. Get this out the way. And I just, like I said, I just love how that kind of looks on there, but you can just leave it if you just want the fabric on there. Totally gonna work out just fine if that's all you want to do. But I just like this little extra touch there. So again, do what you want to do. If you have a fabric that you really like, then, and you want that to be, you know, the main focus of it, then go for it. But I just really love how this looks. Oh, I probably should have. Oh man. Okay, well, that's all right. It's okay. This is what we're gonna do. I may not even show you how I put the signatures in there yet. Let's see. I don't know. We'll see. So there you have another mini journal cover. Now, my mistake was, oops, hold on. My mistake was I probably should have sewn my signature in before I put that little piece in there. It's no big deal. You can always just have that kind of showing through if you want, or if you don't want it like that, then you would sew it in first. So there is another cute little journal cover. So then you just add your signatures in there like you would any other journal. I mean, it's going to be miniature, obviously. So I'm going to show you another one, and I'm going to actually add the signatures into that one. So I have this. Have some extra little papers over here, and I have this cute little I don't know, they're supposed to be like little cards, but I just printed out on like regular paper, and I'm going to use this one. I think it's going to be the perfect size for it. Yeah, so that's going to fit on there perfectly. And I'm actually going to use my Scotch Create because that paper is really thin. Oh, I guess I should wind it up here. Make sure you get all the way to the edges there. And then we're going to stick this, let me do it this way like I'm supposed to. Just do it the way you're supposed to do it. You lay that down, then you put that on there where you want it. I'm gonna roll it on there. I love this. It's just a facial roller from the Dollar Tree, but it works wonders. It's like a mini brayer. You know, the brayers are so big. This is perfect. So there's that, and then we're going to fold it. Just make sure we get all the little folds in there. Then I'm going to cut around. Oops. I'm going to cut around just because it's kind of big. Oops. There's that. That's fine. Then I'm going to cut this side a little bit. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these corners kind of at, I would say, at an angle, but you're going to kind of cut them like as in a little curve there. I find this works a little bit better, but if you're, you know, more comfortable just doing the straight right angles, that's fine too. But I find this works just a little bit better. And then you're going to fold them over. Use the box as like your guide there. So then I'm going to again use my Scotch Create just so I can get all the way to the edges here. I'm getting my mat all gluey, but that's okay. It's okay. And then, can you guys see? Okay. I feel like I'm out of the shot there. And then I'm just going to fold it over. Oops. It's okay. It's okay. Fold it over. So then you have your cute little cover. Oops. Stuff all on there. Cover. The corners are nice and, you know, fold it in there. Sometimes stuff sticks out, just cut it off. It's okay. Then what I'm going to use is just like it's just a paper bag. I want to cover the inside so that you can't see like all the cuts there. It's a little bit too, I didn't angle it enough there. It's okay. All right. So then, let's see, cut it down a little bit here. All right. So then you're going to measure it out. Again, I was going to give you measurements, but they're not all the same size. I had gotten some from Dollar General, I believe it was, and they were a little bit bigger than the ones from the Dollar Tree. And then I had gotten some from my local grocery store, and those were a completely different size. Not too much bigger or anything, but they were just not the same size. So again, you know, just cut it down to the size that you want or that you need based on the boxes that you're using. And I just thought this was a really cute idea to use these Matchboxes. Now, I'm not saying that I'm the one that created this. I'm sure other people have thought of it. I didn't look it up, and I probably should have, just to kind of, you know, see who all has made these before. But I'm sure, you know, other people have thought of it, so I'm not taking credit for it. I just don't know, you know, necessarily who has done this already. But again, I did not create it. I just thought it would be a really cute idea, and I'm sure other people, other people have thought of it. So how that got on there. Ah, it stuck to me. Get off of me. There we go. All right, so then we're going to put this on the inside. It's not completely even, and that doesn't bother me at all. Doesn't bother me one bit. Then you're just going to take your nail, or if you want to use your bone folder, but because it's so small, your nail will probably be your best bet. And then you just fold it so that the pages are on there properly. And they're glued in there. Now, oops, stuff stuck to it again. All right, so then I have some pages, like some signature pages pre-cut. Again, because that was going to take a long time for me to, you know, try and cut through these. But these are measuring at about, and I use little envelope pages. Using these little journals is going to be a great way to use up scraps. So let me see about how big these things are here. So they're about 2 3/4 wide and 2 inches long, or yeah. So the width is a little bit under 2 3/4, or a little bit over 2 1/2, and then they are 2 inches. So that's how long, you know, if you want to make the signatures for them, that's about how big they're going to be. Like I said, I use envelope pages. This is like leftover Happy Planner paper. You can use whatever you want. This is some coffee dyed paper. I'm just going to put some ledger paper. I'm just going to grab some here and put them in here. Make a couple of signatures. You can make them as big as you want, as thick as you want. You can make one big one, which is probably what I'm going to do here. And, you know, as with all journal, you know, when you put pages in a signature, you know, the ones that are on the inside are going to stick out a little bit, so you can cut them down if you want to. You can leave them like that. It's up to you. You can do whatever, however you feel comfortable, whatever you want, you know, however you want it to look, it's up to you. So I'm just throwing some pieces in here. Doesn't really have to make any sense. And, you know, just make your little signature there. See if it fits. Now this one is a little bit, the ones that I tore are a little bit bigger than the ones that I cut. So, you know, you just kind of go through. If you want, you can cut them down. If that doesn't bother you, then leave them like that. But I'm just going to trim them down so that they fit better. They fit in there a little bit better. Boop, boop, boop. And then this one's just going to be one signature, just so I can show you kind of how to put it together there. Right? Yeah, one signature. All right, so then what we're going to do is, oh, I don't have my little clips with me. Do I have a paper clip somewhere? Let's see. I might. Let me find a paper clip. I probably only need one for this. Give me just a second, guys. And okay, so I only have one right now. So we're just going to put one little paper clip, put the signature wherever you want it. And because it's so small, it'll work out perfectly. Then you're going to take your awl, go down the middle here, the quote unquote middle. There's one. Oops, I guess I should show you what I'm doing, huh? There's one. And then two. And of course, this is, you know, optional. You don't have to do this. I just really like the way that it looks when you sew a signature in. So there's that. And then I have my needle, or a needle. Let's see what I'm going to use here. Use one of these thinner ones. And I have this hemp cord that I got from, where did I get this from? Dollar General. Yes, it was from Dollar General, and it was only $1 for this whole pack. Now if I can just find the beginning here, that'd be great as I poke myself with the needle. Here we go. Let's try and find it. Let's try it. Here it is. Alrighty. Oops. Guess I gotta take the tape off, huh? Oh, I think my little guy just woke up. Give me a second, guys. Alright, guys, so my son woke up, and in the meantime, while he was kind of talking to me and complaining, I went ahead and threaded the needle. So if you've never, make sure I got this the right way. If you've never sewn a signature together or a journal together, it's pretty simple. At least I only know one way to do it right now. I've been trying to learn other ways. But you go ahead and you use whatever thread you're going to use. This is, like I said, hemp cord that I got from Dollar General, but you can use, you know, whatever kind of thread you have on hand. So you go through the middle. And this is just the easiest way that I know how. Then you're going to go up through the top. Come on. Up through the top. Then you're going to go all the way down to the bottom. And then back through the middle. And you want to be on the opposite side of the middle thread, if that makes sense. So you have one strand over here, and then you're going to go on the other side of this little middle string here and bring it through. And then you're going to tighten it up a little bit. And then you're just going to, I can't do it from over here. Maybe I will zoom in when I can, when I edit. And then you just tie your knot like the first step of tying your shoes. Tie that. Now I do it 3 times just to be safe. I know some people say do like right over left and left over right. I can never, I always forget. So I just tie it 3 times. And it works. They've held up, so I'm good with it. All right, so then you can just kind of cut these down. Now you can cut it down all the way to the middle if you don't want the pieces hanging. I always leave them hanging. I kind of like the way that looks. So then take that out. Now at this point you can cover this up if you, I don't think I made it. Oh, it's tight. At this point you can cover it up if you want to and just like take some paper and do the same thing. I'm going to leave this one kind of raw like that. I like it. And then you have yourself, sorry, that's my dog choking apparently. You know, you can decorate it however you want to. You can do, you know, at this point you can do whatever you want. But I just really think these are the cutest little journals ever. And then you have yourself some little journals. Now I'm going to be doing separate videos on me kind of going through and decorating this, you know, decorating these. But again, these are super adorable. These would be so cute. Sorry guys. So cute as like gifts. I love them. So, and you know, you get, how many do you get? You get 10 for $1.25. And I think at Dollar General, they're still $1. So, I mean, if you can find them at Dollar General, I haven't been able to find them here recently at Dollar General, but they usually have them in their dollar deals or whatever their little dollar section is. So yeah, so it's obviously a better deal if you go to Dollar General. You may be able to find them, or I know you can find them at Walmart. I found them at my local grocery stores. So just go ahead and check them out and find some cute little Matchbox journals. I mean, how adorable is this? They just turn out so cute. And my son thinks that they're not practical, but they're adorable, so I don't really care. All right, guys, so that is it. Be sure to check out the playlist. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new, welcome. Thank you so much again for clicking on my video. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. Check me out over on Instagram, TikTok. I haven't posted anything on TikTok recently, but I'm going to be getting myself together, so be sure to check me out over there. Check out my DIY channel and check out Jamie's channel. That is it, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. Until next time, be blessed and be the reason someone smiles. Bye, guys.